I wonder sometimes about how we're born, how we're conceived, how consciousness arises from nothing. Or is it from nothing? Are we simply transubstantiated from our previous spiritual state into a new little embryo? Or when does our spirit enter our bodies? When does our physicality become spiritual? When does our soul enliven, animate our body? Does it happen at conception, the moment of sperm fertilizing egg? Does it happen at the moment of our parents' orgasm? Does it happen at the point of birth? Or is it a gradual thing? I tend to think that it's a process. I tend to think that our spirits are over souls, if you will. Make this agreement while we're out in the spirit world, in the well of souls. We make this agreement with all the other souls there. Say, I'm going to inhabit that persona this lifetime. I'm going to choose to be Keith this lifetime. So, and they undergo this process, this transubstantiation of the spirit, of that oversoul, some part of that oversoul, separating, transubstantiating into physical form, meant that it takes 9 months. Maybe that process is what guides the development of an embryo, and that it just takes 9 months, and by the time we're born, we are fully inhabited by our soul. And we forget that transubstantiation is a process of the oversoul forgetting and letting go of that oversoulness and becoming just a part, a little baby. And then it takes the rest of our lives after being born to remember that we are divine and we are part of the oversoul. We are of the universal divinity. We are part of the universal divinity. We are children of God. What a dreamy time that is to be, and what a perfect place to transubstantiate in the womb of our mothers. And I always think of the fact that seawater and amniotic fluid, the fluid that we are surrounded with and that we grow in and that we develop in our mother's belly, is the same chemical composition as seawater. And so, what a dreamy, beautiful, peaceful time that is to awaken gradually over the course of 9 months to this life and to forget the spirit world from whence we came. What a dreamy time floating in our perfect little world, gradually awakening to the that are happening outside our mother's womb. I'm familiar with her voice, the way she moves, gravity, all these feelings of what Earth is, what physicality is, what it means to be a human on Earth. Our Father's voice, the voices of our mothers, friends, and loved ones, the sounds of her world, becoming aware gradually of all this new world. What a perfect introduction into this physicality, this humanness, 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 humanness.